So we will not be on here very long, but thanks for hopping on. I want to shout out Hannah because she's actually already 1 week through the Shift Shop and totally killing it. So exciting, and I can't wait for you to feel like that in a week, Elizabeth, because I remember what week 1 felt like, and it's a huge accomplishment. So I want to share a couple things with you guys since I have been through this, and it is a total mindset shift. It's like your body is going to change in like every way possible, honestly, but your mind will probably go way farther than you even imagine. So it is hard though, like committing, you know what I mean? Cause like, I feel like I was always like, I'm going to miss out on pizza and I'm going to miss out on beer. And how am I going to like go, 3 weeks without this and without that? And I really focused a lot for a long time on all the things that I was going to lose instead of focusing on the things that I could potentially gain from really challenging myself. So I know everybody's life is different and everyone's struggles are different and their circumstances are all really different. But at the end of the day, we all have, this perspective that we can choose, which is like, okay, like this is going to be hard. I'm going to make some sacrifices right now, but what am I going to gain from those sacrifices? What am I going to gain from pushing myself outside of my comfort zone through these workouts or this nutrition? So I really want you guys to just make yourself think that way, literally, because it's going to make this process so much more fun and so much more fulfilling if you're focused on what you're going to get out of this rather than what you're not getting to do from this, if that makes sense. The second thing that I really took from this is a challenge. It's a 3-week challenge. You can continue on to do round 2, which I'm doing right now. But what I love about this is like, this is just an opportunity for you guys to show yourselves how strong you are. And I don't really necessarily mean with like your weights or your, workouts necessarily, which, you should be growing in that aspect as well. But what I love about health and fitness is it's a direct result. Like you put in the work, you get a direct result. And it's like a way for you to just see, wow, I am so capable of so much in my, like, if I just set my mind to it. So that is like a really exciting part of this 3-week challenge. Prove to yourself that you're capable. Prove to yourself that you can do really hard things. Set really hard goals. Go for a really tough commitment that maybe you've never done before. I remember like when I first did a program like 2.5 years ago, I was like, okay, I am just literally not going to drink pop for 3 weeks or soda. And that was like one of my main goals, which like starting out, that was like a huge deal for me because I was addicted to pop. I had like 2 or 3 sodas a day, which is like insane to think about now. So set hard goals and really push yourself and prove to yourself what you can do. Okay. Third thing is if you look at this as I'm going to be working out and eating healthy, like I'm just going to crawl in a hole, then this is not going to be very exciting for you. This is an opportunity to change your entire life. When I committed to the Shift Shop for those 3 weeks, and I've committed to programs before, guys, but I've never committed to other things with it. Like I've committed to the workouts and the nutrition, but I added in a couple other things because I really wanted like more than just my body to change. So I read every single morning before my workout, like maybe a paragraph, if that. And it was just a book that I chose. It was really like good for my mindset, got me excited every single day. I worked on getting up at the first alarm, which I know that sounds like weird. But I was like really bad at like just like silencing my alarm. My boyfriend has like a really different schedule. So he's never like, we're not very structured basically is what I'm saying. And that was something that was really, I felt holding me back. So that was another area that I wanted to tweak a little bit in my life. So if there is something that you feel like internally you're struggling with, give yourself that commitment these next 3 weeks to work on that too. Because you deserve that. This is where your focus can go for these next 3 weeks. This is an opportunity to change your life. And I know you might be thinking I'm a psycho because I'm just talking about a fitness program and some nutritional shakes, but I'm telling you, it is the real deal if you go all the way in with your heart and your mind and your body and soul. Okay, so I want to get to like some of the specifics with the food. Don't try to outsmart. Sorry if I'm going fast, you guys. This is recorded. I just don't want to keep you on here really long. Don't try to outsmart this nutrition plan, basically, is what I'm saying. It is literally laid out for us XYZ. So the grocery list is there. The meals are there. If you don't want to eat these specific foods that they have on the sample, just sub in a veggie or the protein where you want it. What I did was I got one of those like really big, it's actually a desk calendar, but I used it for like, because there's like 5 weeks in a month. I wrote out my 5 meals a day, and it was just for the week. So I did that and had it on my refrigerator, and I did the same thing for my boyfriend, and we would just mark off when we had a red, when we had a green, when we had each meal. But what really helped me was, instead of like staggering my containers all throughout the day, I got into a really good routine, and I focused on this a lot the first week. I got into a really good routine of like, okay, I'm going to have a green and a red at breakfast, and then I'm going to have my Shakeology, and then I'm going to have 2 greens and a yellow and a red at lunch, and then I'm going to have a snack and my other purple, and then I'm going to have this at dinner. And what started to happen was like, it was just like clockwork. It was like my body was like, okay, it's time for a vegetable. Okay, like it's time for you to eat a fruit. And what I love about that is it just takes the guessing out of it. It takes like, oh, what do I eat now? Like where do I turn now? And it's going to help you guys get into a way better routine. Trust me, it's still hard for me. I mean, I still struggle. Like I'm like, where am I? Like what container am I at right now? Simplicity is the best thing that you can do for yourself. And I'm going to be honest with you guys, like I am not a psycho meal prepper. Like I don't have like each individual thing I'm going to eat in an individual container. Like if your life requires that, by all means, but don't overthink it. Have the food there is basically what I'm saying. As long as you have the food that you need in your refrigerator and it's cooked, you're going to be smooth sailing. And I think we actually prepped twice. So we did a prep on Sunday, and then we prepped more food on Thursday. Just because we're like going through everything, and then we just got more rather than getting like too much and it going bad or running out. I don't know if that kind of like takes a little of the pressure off you guys if you feel like you didn't get everything done today. Don't like that doesn't mean you're gonna fail at this. It just means like, take that pressure off. Understand that it's actually so much more simple than maybe it may feel like it is. As long as you have the food that you need in the refrigerator or in your cabinets, and you have a written plan that you can just mark off, or you have some kind of tracking system, it's going to be smooth sailing. You will feel some cravings the first couple of days. Your body is basically learning a whole new plan. You might feel bloat. You might gain weight the first week. Don't freak out, okay? Like our bodies are literally machines, so they're just used to whatever you've been doing so far. So like for me, like for example, when I gave up pop, if I wasn't drinking pops, I was like dying for sugar. I was dying for caffeine. But eventually, like now I couldn't tell you the last time I had a soda to drink. So trust the process. Don't get discouraged by something like that. Okay, because this is bigger than that, right? Like that's just your body understanding the changes, because after a week or two, it's going to be like this. So if you feel that way, don't freak out. Don't just be like, screw it, I'm eating a 12-pack of donuts. Stay focused. I'm just telling you, it's literally normal. I hear it all the time. It happens to me. It happens to my friends. You're eating new foods. You're doing a new routine, so it's going to be different for a minute, okay? Schedule your meals. I think I said that. Who did I talk to today? But I was like, basically, I got into this routine of like, okay, workout at this time of the day. First meal, snack. Second meal, snack. Third meal. So like I was basically timed in my brain. Okay, it's like 2:00, which this sounds weird, but I did like a really late lunch because I stay up a little bit later. So I kind of moved my food back due to like how late I stayed up, because I didn't want to eat at like 6 and then be starving at like 8. So schedule your meals and also your workouts. So I made a goal every single day. I was working out in the morning before anything else happened. I was reading, fueling my mind, and then I was doing my workout. So I know that everybody has like crazy different schedules, and I don't expect you to maybe do that. But I do expect you at least the night before be like, what does my day look like tomorrow? What time am I doing my workout? And basically schedule that into your day like you would a business meeting or a doctor's appointment. Like it is an appointment you cannot miss. And what I love about our workouts being at home, or us being able to take them wherever we go, we can legitimately stick to that. There is no reason why we can't have our shoes on, and be pressing play by that certain time. All right, so Hannah was just telling me how she went out to eat, which is I'm so proud of her, because a lot of people think you have to crawl in a hole and basically hide from the world when you're committed to any kind of meal plan and fitness program. I'm pretty sure that's what kept me from even trying to change my life for like 2 years, because I was like, I'm never going to be able to eat out again. Like, I'm never going to be healthy. Totally a misconception. The last 4 days of the shift shop, my best friend was visiting. We actually counted, we went to over 20 restaurants the week she was here. So about 10 of those was while I was on shift shop, which I know that's crazy. That was like counting like lunch and bars. So that was insane, right? Like it was hard. It was really hard. And it is harder because when you go out to eat, you're around temptation. But I also think it's a really great way for you to show yourself how strong and committed you are. Because there's nothing feels better than like sitting at Mexican and being like, nah, I'm good. I don't need any chips and cheese. Even though you want chips and cheese so bad, you're focused on yourself and you're focused on your goals. When I moved to Jacksonville last year, I did the 21-day fix 100%. And I was like brand new to the city. I was bartending at this brand new bar and I wasn't drinking. So I would get off work and it was like this awkward thing, because everyone was like grabbing drinks and I was like trying to meet friends and like put myself out there and like socialize. And I was literally ordering a water. And I was so scared that people were going to judge me. I was like, these people probably think I'm so weird, especially when you're like a bartender, because I'm not like talking crap on my old bartending crowd, but that's definitely a drinking atmosphere. So I was really scared. And like, I get how like at work, things can feel tempting. People kind of give you weird looks. It's awkward. I mean, my family gave me crap so much because, I was like turning down my grandma's potato salad. But at the end of the day, like your goals matter no matter what they are. And you're setting them for yourself. And it doesn't matter what anybody else's opinion is, because that's what matters to you. And I know that's really hard to like grasp, because we're taught kind of like to care what other people think. But the greatest feeling ever is when you just respect yourself and your goals, no matter what they are. I don't care if it's turning down chips and cheese. If somebody thinks you're weird for doing that, that doesn't matter, because what you want matters. Okay. So I want you to focus on that for these 3 weeks. Focus on yourself. You deserve it. You deserve to feel the best that you can possibly feel. So don't hide. You can go out to eat. I like to save my greens. So like, for example, if I was planning on going out to dinner one night, it's more than likely you're going to be able, Hannah actually got a sweet potato at a restaurant, which was awesome. But like on week 3, no carbs. So, but you're going to be surprised. I didn't even want them. I'm not even kidding you. I'm not telling you this because I want you to like be excited and feel like it's not going to be hard. No one in our coach test group was talking about how bad they wanted carbs, because you basically your body wants what it wants because it wants to be fueled. And that 3rd week with 40-minute workouts, you're going to be like veggies and protein, and it's going to feel so good. And your body is going to feel amazing. I can't wait for you guys to feel that. But save greens for if you go to a restaurant, just to be safe, because it's kind of hard to trust that a restaurant is going to have, a sweet potato or white potatoes. But typically a restaurant's going to have some sort of chicken and some sort of vegetable. So you can pretty much always count on that. You can always count on a salad or some sort of protein at a restaurant. So just know, if you go out to eat, if you want to feel cool and order like a soda water in a, like rocks glass with a lemon and a lime, totally did that on Friday night when I went to the bar with my friends. Totally rocked it. Okay. There's nothing wrong with that. Be the DD, do what you got to do. Okay. But don't hide, embrace this. And you're probably going to feel the best you've ever felt. So why sit inside and hide from everybody? Go show everyone how amazing you feel, because you're like exuding energy. And the last thing is a little bit about Shakeology. So I know a lot of you have already had it, tried it. This is going to serve as a red container if you haven't already seen that in your meal plan. I know I posted about it today, but guys, it is so important that you figure out your favorite recipe, because trust me when I say you are going to be looking forward to this every single day. It was like my sweet, just delicious treat every single day that I like looked forward to. And it was so satisfying. And it really like held my energy through that like afternoon or sometimes morning break. So I don't know what you guys' schedules look like, but find a time during your day that you can drink that, where you maybe need to stay full a little bit longer. You can't run and grab a meal right away. And it's like, for example, if you have like a desk job, it's like a 9 to 5, maybe that gap between breakfast and lunch, or lunch and getting out of the office, that way you're not tempted to snack. But I do recommend, even though I always saved mine until evening because it was like my guilty pleasure, I do recommend drinking it somewhat more during the day, beginning of the day, just because it's going to kind of like take care of those cravings for the rest of the day. It's going to get your body kind of like moving a little bit more. It's going to get it actually even has stuff in it that helps with dealing with stress, keeps your hormones balanced. There's like a ton of things in Shakeology that not only are great separate, but when they're put together, they're like the dream team and they work even better together. So if you can drink it during the day, I definitely recommend that. But if you're having a day where you're like dying for something sweet at night, just message me. If you have a red container left, you can have another Shakeology. I don't recommend it daily. But you know, like, don't like make a habit of like, I'm just replacing 2 meals with a shake. But if you need it, I understand. I had to have a chocolate Shakeology mug cake my 3rd week because I was dying. I was literally my sweet tooth, I was about to start my period. TMI, but it was bad. I was like dying. So, 3rd thing before I let you guys go is, I don't know if you guys have all taken your before photos or not. Please take a before photo. Please, please, please. Please do measurements. You will die when you see the difference. Like, it is going to be insane for you. So it's sometimes hard because the scale is going to tell us one thing. And we might, you know, we look at ourselves every single day and we're not necessarily always going to see a difference. But I want you guys to know that progress is the most important thing out of all of this. And if you don't recognize your progress, that can be really debilitating. You can feel like you're not moving at all, right? Even though you are, and you're seeing changes. So I will be the first to say, on January 19th of 2015, I was like in so much pain taking a before photo. Like, I took it in pants because I was so embarrassed. I didn't want to be in shorts in front of my friend. It was horrible. And I'm just so glad that I did, because I look back and it reminds me every single day of, you know, putting in hard work and focusing on going forward and getting better. And it's something that I want for all of you. So take a before photo, send it to me if you want a little bit of extra accountability, because I want to see how far you've come. And that's pretty much it. Do you guys have any questions? Sorry if that was like crazy a lot, but anybody? Are you muted? Nobody's muted, so you can talk if you want. I'll do it.
I think I'm okay for the time being.
All right, cool. So do you guys know how the group works and everything? You know how to log your Shakeology every day. Post in there. You know where the info and files section is. You know that you know where the workout calendar is in the bod under program materials. So the workouts will be 25, 35, 45. And then your meal plan will go, it'll change every week as well. So carbs are going to be shifting out of our life, which I know it sounds scary. I'll get in a second. I know that sounds scary, right? But trust me, I thought I couldn't live without bread, and I did for 3 weeks. It was really rewarding, and my body actually felt way better than it does right now. So, because I haven't been 100% this last week, but I am going to be 100% with you guys tomorrow. So, any more questions? Are you guys excited? Thanks so much for hopping on. This was fun. I'm so happy to see you all on here. Megan, I'm so stoked for you. So stoked for you.
I'm ready.
I know. Hannah's already through a week. And Elizabeth, guys, we went to high school together, so this is so cool.
I feel like it's so much time has passed since then.
Oh yeah. Like way lots of time. Like a century, unfortunately. All right, guys. Well, I'm going to let you get off here. I'm so excited for you. Take this in. This is a really exciting thing that you're about to embark upon. So we will chat soon. All right. Bye. Bye.